Happy Monday, happy Labor Day. Welcome back to Hollyscoop's Just Sayin. I'm Heather Gardner.
And I'm Madison Hill.
Hey guys, Jason Carter here.
All right guys, I know it's a holiday, so we're going to be talking about all kinds of festive things, including Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do music video. I know we are a week past it. I know we've had so much time to stew on it, but here we are still talking about it because it's just that freaking good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are enthusiastic about it, but I'm a little holiday tired right now. I'm trying to pep myself back up.
I know, you guys were like, yeah. All right, so let's talk about Taylor Swift here for a second. We're going to talk about celebrity comebacks.
Yeah.
Now, Taylor Swift, I'm not saying she went off the rails, did anything crazy, went in this, crazy hiatus or anything, but I will say this as her comeback in terms of her reputation here, and I think the girl slayed. She 100% brought it. She realized what all of her critics were saying about her, and she just combated it in the best way possible. Dare I say, this was the best music video and the best comeback that I've probably ever seen in the entertainment world. That's lofty, I know, but I love it that much.
But it is, when I watched it, now I'm probably going to get hate for this, but it reminded me a lot of Michael Jackson's Thriller video, which was iconic. It's still talked about. I mean, it was literally like a movie. People went to the movie theater to watch this video.
Yeah.
Right.
I would pay to go watch Taylor Swift's Reputation video. That's how much I liked it.
Yeah.
And so I think it is. I mean, this is the first time she's put anything out in 3 years. That's a long time for T Swift.
T Swift, she is, I don't know if the powers that be at Big Machine Records are working overtime to make sure that every single thing that Taylor does is perfection, because Taylor does come across, and I hate to say it, a little calculated, a little contrived, but it always works in her favor. And I do agree with you, the opening scene for Look What You Made Me Do was very Michael Jackson Thriller-ish, but the whole video moves in such a perfect way that it's just organically done right. From the imagery to the alleged Beyonce formation scene, which I don't agree with. I don't think she channeled Beyonce in any way, shape, or form. Todrick Hall's in the video.
I did.
The Kiss Boys are there. I mean, Taylor Swift just knew how to do this right, and a lot of artists could probably take a note from Taylor. That's how you make a comeback. And whether or not she went away and she needed to do this is not the point, because at the VMAs, she wasn't even there, and she stole the show. So that's how you know you've done things right.
I don't think it was a career comeback as much as it was a reputation comeback, because she did get a lot of crap for the things that made her look like a snake, and that's how she got that reputation, and she just embraced it instead of just ignoring it, which I thought was amazing.
But she embraced it, still throwing daggers of shade.
And I love that even more.
There's some bitterness there.
Instead
of her taking the high road, she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna take the high road, but there will be collateral damage.
2017 is just the year of like subtle shade. That's what I like to say, where it's like you almost have to think about it, and it's like, wow, Taylor Swift is a genius.
Yeah.
Because she's throwing all these people under the bus in just a very creative
so I want to say,
way.
Not so genius in their comeback. Britney Spears.
Oh yeah.
How so?
Oh, wait a minute. We're talking about Britney Spears circa 2000, what are we
7 and 8.
Yes, when she made her comeback, and I want to specifically talk about, we moved past the shaving of the head. That was her fall moment.
That was the literal breakdown.
Yes, so when she came back, was it the MTV VMAs?
Yes,
it was.
Vegas.
With that performance.
Give me more. Okay, Heather, you make a good point,
I cringe. I can't talk about it. That's how you don't do a comeback.
Even my dad brought that up to me, and he is not very pop culture oriented.
You guys, I feel I can't agree with you two on that, because Blackout was Britney's best album. People, when she released Blackout in October of 2007, it came out of left field and it sold millions. People wanted Britney to have that album. And yes, okay, fine. The VMAs of 2007, she was a hot mess. Her hair was horrible, but she still hit all her marks.
No, she didn't.
She absolutely did. I'm a dancer, and Britney hit all of her marks in that performance.
Just because you make it to the mark and you're over here like this doesn't mean you made it.
But you guys, but the point I'm making is this. Visually, hot mess, but it still did what it needed to do for her career.
I mean, yeah,
it kind of, I guess, launched her back into getting back into the
Circus
game.
the next year.
Oh, was great.
Oh, Circus was amazing.
It was the setup for that. And we go back and watch all the imagery and everything leading up to that. It was sheer PR brilliance. Britney was the hottest paparazzi ticket in town that year, and it worked in her favor.
But just because you're a hot paparazzi ticket doesn't mean that you're the hot commodity, as far as like, people are interested in her because she's Britney Spears.
Right.
But to say that that was like the best performance, I just can't say
it. wasn't the best performance, but still, at the end of the day, commercially, it did what it needed to do.
I think it kicked off what was to come,
Yes.
which was
Circus.
a lot of success.
I would have preferred her wait a year and just get her, you know, because you could tell she felt uncomfortable with her body. I mean, she looked good, but it wasn't the Britney we all knew. It wasn't the Britney that she knew.
Look at her now.
Exactly. If she had just waited, I felt like she would have felt more comfortable in her performance. I know at the time she was talking about her ex-boyfriend, JT was there. She would have felt more comfortable if she had just waited, I think.
But a year later, she had the documentary where she really revealed what was going on. So I'm a Britney fan. I mean, I love Britney.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there for Britney since '98, Baby One More Time.
Crossroads.
For sure, for sure. And I think that Britney's comeback is one that we should celebrate because
absolutely.
she's an American treasure.
And she overcame a lot, like a ton. And so I'm not shading her. I'm just saying, as far as comebacks go, Taylor Swift did a little bit better. All right, moving on to Adele. Now, the way that Adele went away, she went away for personal reasons. She had a baby. We didn't hear from her for literally 4 years. And then all of a sudden, one day, in September of last year, it's like, hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
It's like, drop this music and out of left field. And it was beautiful. And I sat there and I listened to it. And I cried.
See, but the thing I love about Adele is she doesn't need a theatrical music video or anything like that to make a comeback. She is literally that amazing that just one song with that opening line, boom.
Right.
there.
Adele has a clout that she could use a flip phone to call her man in a video, and people are like, "Oh, it's okay. She can use a flip phone." Adele is like Sade, and the audience viewers. Sade is a soul singer that puts out an album once every millennium, and people go apeshit for it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But Adele also has the talent to back up, and people. Adele is one of those appetites that needs to be or thirst that needs to be satiated. You want stuff from Adele, and she can sing. The material's there, so that's why that's why Adele always will be a success, is because she's not contrived. I do think though that with 25, she got the glam treatment because with 19 and 21, she was more accessible visually. She wasn't extensions, lashes.
And she was new, too.
Right, and she also won Best New Artist. Adele was giving you, she was the antithesis of what a pop star was. And with 25, we were like, okay, Adele, you're doing Vanity Fair, you're doing Vogue, you're doing all these things. So she was on the precipice of being that pop star. And I'm glad she took it back and said, no, let me control this narrative, let me control my imagery, and just still be about the music. And I think that authenticity of Adele is why we love her so much.
I get chills.
Absolutely.
I get chills. What I love the most about her comeback here was when we looked at, well, because I'm not saying she fell off the rails or anything. She just had to
Those air quotes were really aggressive, Heather.
Come back. Anyway, no, but when we see Taylor Swift, she blacked out all of her stuff. She got us talking before she actually dropped it on us. Adele was just like, here you go, guys.
That's all.
Well, and actually before Taylor Swift's video, Adele's Hello held the record of the most views in 24 hours until now. So it's pretty interesting.
All right, so we're going to end it here with Kim Kardashian. And again, Kim didn't go off the rails or anything, but she did have a traumatic experience with the robbery that happened last year. And she did have to kind of come back. And hers was so different than even Taylor's, than Britney's. It wasn't some big moment. It was just the subtle, like, hey guys, I'm back a little bit on social media. I'm gonna go do this little charity
the little
event.
carrots.
I'm gonna, exactly. So how do you feel about that method of coming back?
I mean,
How do you feel, Madison? Spit it out, sweetie.
Spit it out.
I'm like, to me, who cares? You know?
About Kim in general, or just the way?
I just think about the way she came back. I thought it was a little bit dramatic to go off the grid completely, whatever. And so for me, her trickles of coming back, I was just like, okay, she's still trying to draw attention to herself. Like, I don't think it made anyone care about her less or more.
Right. I see you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Maddie. But the thing about Kim Kardashian, not so much about her comeback, just about her evolution as a media persona and as a superstar for whatever reason. Why is she famous? And I love the Kardashians. I think they're entertaining. But Kim is slowly evolving into this classy woman. She hosted Live with Kelly. Fantastic job. Her Jackie O shoot with North. Fantastic. Kim is like, you know what? I'm tired of people always saying that I exist for no reason. I'm doing me. She's on upwards of 30, going to 40. So she's like embracing this womanhood that I'm here for. She's married to Kanye West, who is a very controversial figure, and yet she still managed to keep her narrative and her imagery and everything in social media tasteful.
Yeah.
And people and not just be that Snapchat queen or not just be that selfie queen. Kim is actually giving us substance, and surprisingly enough, her audience and her public is embracing it. Pop culture is embracing it, and she's saying, "Hey, look, I'm a mom now. I'm not the person I was 10 years ago." And if you read the Vanity Fair article with the family, I mean, or it was Vanity Fair or Hollywood Reporter?
Hollywood Reporter.
Sorry about that. Hollywood Reporter. Excuse me, guys. She's like, you know, we change, we grow, just accept it. Love us for who we are now. And Kim, I do. So it's not about a comeback. It's about her just reinventing
That's
herself.
a good way. She kind of evolved from the
She
whole
did.
like butt
She did,
Instagrams to.
And I love the biggest thing that my biggest takeaway from her little comeback is that, if that's what we're calling it, there's my air quotes again.
Aggressive air quotes.
That was a small air quotes. Anyway, the biggest thing is that she realized, you're right, that she didn't have to be the Snap queen person or Snapchat queen. She is a mom. And she said the most important thing after going through that armed robbery was
which
her
is scary.
family.
I'm not trying to take away from that.
Right. But was her family. She realized that her 2 kids are the most important thing. Her husband is the most important thing. Her sisters and her family. It wasn't everything else. And so now she really has embodied that classic kind of look. And that's the takeaway that I love the most. I agree with you.
Heather, you as always, you make really good points. And I think the thing about the Kardashians that makes them so endearing is that at the end of the day, they are a family who loves each other. And the more you watch the series through the years and you really get a peek into their lives for what they give us, I think that they are brilliant women. Absolutely. They have struggles, and we forget because they're beautiful and they have unlimited resources that they are human. And the Kardashians, Ryan Seacrest saw the magic in them 11 years ago.
He's a genius.
And they delivered. We may not like them for whatever reason. We may think that they're contrived, that they're superficial, they offer nothing to humanity. But
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. But people, come on, that's what people say on social media and online.
That's what ignorant people say, because these girls are queens.
But I also think this kind of humanized Kim, which what you're saying is her social media following has even grown because of that, because we saw her kind of go away, take time for her family, and come back.
And that's what we want. We want to be able to be like, oh my gosh, I know someone like Kim, and I don't. But you know, we want to be able to see ourselves in them. And the more that they keep revealing, in any celebrity, any person, any human being, the more human you are, the more we can relate and the more we can carry and share.
Well, that's the same thing with Britney. The reason we loved her, even with that, I'm gonna say terrible comeback, was because the documentary and, you know, opening herself up. And the same reason with Taylor is because, guys, she's just embracing everything we said about her. She's self-aware. So I guess the moral of the story here that we just
be you.
Just
be yourself.
Be yourself in your comebacks. All right,
Still not a Swiftie though, but you know.
I'm a Swiftie.
We'll work on it, Jason. All right, guys, listen. We want you to have a fantastic rest of your holiday weekend for sure. But we also want you to subscribe to our channel and also get down in those comments and let us know what you think about Taylor and Kim and Britney and everything we talked about.
Mariah.
We didn't talk about Mariah.
We should have. She needs a comeback.
Just throw out all the celebrity names.
So that'll be our next one. People who need a comeback. All right, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, guys. Bye.